Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. With the woof of Wolfie, there it is again. We can start this episode and quickly retreat from the hidey hole. Hello, guy. How are you? I don't want to have to take you out, slice you down. But I will if you do not leave me alone, sir. If you do not leave me alone. I don't think he's going to leave me alone. We are under attack. Take that, as well as that. I wonder if I can just get him to explode. We haven't had a creeper blast in a while. Alright. Get axed! Oh, or I can just kill him. Alright, never mind. Well, I suppose we survived that, but at what cost? No. We're back in Farlands or Bust. It is episode 441 of the series, and today's date is Wednesday, January 21st, 2015, and, as I like to say, we are continuing on to the Farlands here, and continuing to raise money for Child's Play charity. Go to farlandsorbust.com to, it almost sounded like a jingle, go to farlandsorbust.com to find the methods upon which you can donate to Child's Play charity. There is a little donate button there, a tracker widget, the official Child's Play charity widget that you click on, and you can donate directly to Child's Play charity. Help us get to $50,000 for season 5 here. Trying to get to that before or in and or around March of this year, because that is when we started Farlands or Bust. We started in March of 2011, so it will be the 4-year anniversary of Farlands or Bust. It's crazy. And we hope to try to get the Flabathon around that time, because when we reach the goal, the charity goal, is when we have the Flabathon live stream, at the end of which I will finally press F3. You always get a lot of new viewers wondering how far I am, how close I am to the Farlands. We don't know, because I never press F3, that is, until we reach these charity goals. And we are currently at $21,100 of the way towards that $50,000, so keep going to farlandsorbust.com to donate. Indeed. Yeah, a lot of other, new questions I see all the time, pretty much in every episode, is why does the screen shake? The screen shakes because we are so far from 0, the spawn point. The coordinates are such big numbers. My, what big numbers you have. They're such big numbers that a phenomenon known as the floating point precision rounding errors cause my player's position, to not be very accurate in the three-dimensional space of the world. So even the block selection, or Wolfie pushing us, but yeah, the block selection, if you see it here on this piece of snow, is not centered, is not actually selecting around the block it is on. So that is kind of the relation to my own player, or you could say, I suppose, the camera in the world to the world underneath me. So the world jitters, as opposed to, like, Wolfie is an entity. He doesn't jitter, because he's fixed to the same floating point precision error that I am. Same thing with the flames on torches and signs. And certain other objects that are on the ground do not wobble, because they are entities as opposed to parts of the terrain. So that is why it jitters. It has nothing to do with lag. I'm getting a steady 130, 140 frames per second here. Of course, I'm recording in 30 frames per second for YouTube, but it's not to do with lag. There was a time with my old computer that we were experiencing some actual lag, and that was just technical issues, but we've since upgraded, and we actually will soon need to be upgrading again. But yeah, that has nothing to do with lag. This would happen in your version of the game, even if you weren't recording or anywhere else. It's mathematics that causes the jitteriness, and it's most prominently, we can walk along the which axis are we walking along here? The X or the Z? Either way, we're walking along this way, directly west, as we have been doing. and really don't notice it. It's not until you walk diagonally that you really notice the blah blah, blah the jitteriness, or north or south. It's a little bit more prominent with every step you take, as the song goes. Does it? There's a song, yeah. And every breath you take, that song. But we're not going to be singing here in this episode. We're going to be walking to the far lands, perhaps answering some questions. I did mention that, we will be needing to upgrade this soon. People have been asking, now that you're back from your move hiatus, what about this series? What about this game? This new game updated? I did try to play and record a video in Space Engine. I upgraded Space Engine yesterday, but it promptly tried to melt my computer and kept crashing on me. So that is one of those games that I wish I could play and record more often in, but I feel like I'm not doing it justice when I have 14 frames per second when I'm looking at a comet or whatever. But yeah, I was going to do like a space news update with Comet Lovejoy, Ceres, the planet that the Dawn spacecraft is going to visit on March 6th. I'll try again. I kind of gave up pretty swiftly because I had other things to record, but I'll try again with the Space Engine. But that's one of those games where I'm like, God, this is what I need a new recording computer for. Also, I played a little bit of the updated Assetto Corsa, and that's another game that I have to turn down all the settings on and essentially turn off the special effects in order to get steady frame rates, and I don't feel like I'm doing the game justice by showing a derpy, lower resolution graphics version of it. So soon we'll be back to those, however, soon. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. If you've been paying attention, Dawn, the spacecraft that is going to visit Ceres, the dwarf planet, has been posting. There's been new pictures, pretty much from its navigation camera, but they're pretty awesome pictures of Ceres, the dwarf planet, out there in between Mars and Jupiter. It's pretty cool. This is like an actual a moment in history where we as humans are going to be discovering a new world right before our very eyes. Obviously, we knew it existed, but the best pictures we have are from Hubble, and they're only about 30 pixels wide. And it's a spherical planet. It has a very intriguing white spot, very small white spot up near the northern hemisphere of it that everybody's very interested to find out what that's about. Is it ice? Is it like is there an underground ocean that is like that's a volcano of ice, of water? Who knows? So we're going to be finding that out on March 6th is when Dawn, the Dawn spacecraft, arrives and enters into orbit around Ceres. So we are discovering, new lands. Perhaps all of Earth and Earth's oceans have been explored by the explorers of the past, but this is new. And similarly, we're going to be exploring Pluto for the first time this year. In July, New Horizons is finally going to be flying by Pluto. So that's another situation where we have a few pictures from telescopes and Hubble that are like, 10 pixels wide, and we're like, okay, that's Pluto, but we really have no idea what the heck is going on the surface of Pluto. So, exploration and tactics. What? No, that's a different thing. But exploration and space and stuff, pretty cool. Also, I mentioned Comet Lovejoy is currently up in the sky. I took a moment when taking out the recycling the other day. I should get in a boat. I should buy a boat. To bust it out. I have some old binoculars. They're not even astronomy binoculars, but just some old binoculars. Went out and tried to see Comet Lovejoy. This is C/2014 Q2 Lovejoy. There are many different comets known as Lovejoy. That's just the guy who discovered them. An amateur astronomer. That's his hobby, is finding comets and getting them named after himself. But this is the most recent one. Was discovered last August, and it's currently at its brightest. It's kind of reached its peak, I believe. But for those of us in the northern hemisphere, right now it's pretty easy to find because the Pleiades, Subaru, if you will, the Seven Sisters, the star cluster, is kind of pointing directly at it, so it's pretty easy to find. With the binoculars, it just appeared as a very small, faint fuzzy, perhaps after PAX South. If the skies are clear, I'll take a moment to bust out my telescope and try to see with my telescope. I think the tail is very faint and wispy. I don't know if that can really be seen optically. That is, with an optical telescope. There are a lot of very good pictures of it, and it's very dramatic and very cool looking. Whoops, that's not what I want. But I think for those of us without fancy pants, astronomical cameras, just a faint fuzzy ball is all we're going to see. Oh, excuse me. Get out of here. All right. So yeah, take a moment to try to see that if you have clear skies. You might even be able to, depending on your situation, let yourself get dark adapted, turn off all the lights in the area. If you aren't stricken too much with the light pollution, you might be able to see it naked eye as a little point of fuzzy light near Pleiades. But let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And awakeness. And awakeness indeed. I always wondered why torches don't start leaves on fire. That would be a disaster, actually, if torches... Well, speaking of fire, stuff is on fire in the distance. If torches caused fire in Minecraft, you wouldn't even be able to build a house and light it up on the inside. Remember back in the day when they said, oh, we're planning on making torches burn out after a while. Everybody was in a brouhaha about that. That never happened. That was way back in the day. That was even back in the alpha days. I think Notch said, oh yeah, eventually we'll have the torches burn out. People were very upset by the suggestion. Oh boy. Alright, so let's build a couple more boats here. This looks like a pretty significant ocean we have ahead. Woof to you. Whoops. Alright, let's do that. Let's get our workbench back. Bloop, and continue on. Continue on indeed. And yeah, like I mentioned, we're going to PAX South. Should be interesting. Kinda nervous. It's all just travel in general makes me a little bit nervous, and having to pack and wondering if you're packing the right things. And oh, it's gonna rain on Thursday in San Antonio, but then it's gonna be kind of sunny, and I'm not sure what the weather's like or what even I'm gonna be doing. Probably gonna be indoors most of the time, and it's just what to pack, what to bring, things to do. Crazy times. So we're looking forward to that. And this is actually probably one of the first times that I've gone away on in this case, a convention, a gaming convention, or even just anything. And I'm very happy to say, for those of you who aren't joining us at PAX South or partaking in those festivities, you will not be without content on the KurtJMac channel. This is one of the first times I've actually got a whole schedule of videos going up in the time that I'm gone. So hooray! Woo! Productivity. Woo for that. So yeah, we've got obviously both Forza Horizon 2 and Call of Duty 2 sequels are going up every other day as scheduled. A lot of you were surprised to see that Speedrunners is back. Speedrunners is indeed back. So tonight and then Friday night we got new Speedrunners. And on Sunday, I do have a new series launching on Sunday. And of course, Saturday, we have another new episode of Formula One with Vintage Beef, Esteban, and Iceman taking on F1 2014. Of course, like I said, I did want to also have a space engine video going up, but that didn't work out too great. That didn't work out too great at all. But yeah, we're all set up. We're going to be missing, obviously, because Far Lands or Bust I record the day of, Friday and Monday, so we'll be back in Far Lands or Bust on Wednesday next week. But I think it's all set up. I think we're all right. We've got... I wrote down the lists of Mindcrackers who are going to be at PAX South, because I was trying to remember the last few episodes. I'm like, I'm forgetting people, aren't I? So those of us who are going to be at PAX South, we have a panel on Friday, a meetup on Saturday, and a signing event or something on Sunday at a booth the Game Wisp booth. Should I know what this is? Because they're kind of sponsoring this signing event at their booth. But yeah, we have Good, Beef, Chad, OMG Chad, BTC, Severus, Jasano, Aurelian, Pause on Pause, Co-Star, and of course, KurtJMac. The crazy dude KurtJMac is going to be there, so... Woof. Woof indeed, Wolfie. Wolfie will not be there, I'm afraid. Wolfie will not be there indeed. And yeah, that's how I'm always hesitant, especially after this long hiatus that I just took to then take more time away and go to either conventions or whatever. It just... I feel like I'm getting in a groove. I don't want to lose my groove. Everybody, keep your tabs on me. Make sure that my groove is not lost. That we can continue with this pretty consistent schedule of videos. I'll try my best to record some random stuff from PAX South, and I'll put up a video on the Kurt Indeed channel because I know I haven't posted anything there since the New Year's one, the first one. So trying to get all conglomerated here. That is not at all the word that is appropriate for that situation, but trying to get all situated for getting consistent YouTube video content and whatnot. So I do appreciate everybody sticking around. All those thumbs ups, so I can quantify whether or not I'm doing a good job here in all my series and stuff. Ooh. Yes, you saw what happened to your friend at the beginning of the episode. Oop, excuse me, tree. Indeed. So, this is an interesting terrain we're walking through. Whoa, careful, Wolfie. Oh, God, careful, Wolfie. Whoa, that was close. All right, let's not look down that endless chasm of doom and gloom. God, she almost went down there. Oh, boy. Talked about that. Talked about the space engine and the comets and whatnot. Oh, that's another series. Spin Tires. Spin Tires is another series that was updated. I did test, because I have had like I said, I tested Assetto Corsa. I had the steering wheel set up for recording Formula 1, so obviously I got to test out other things. But they actually have steering wheel support in Spin Tires now, and it actually, I don't know what this says about the rest of the game, but I'm quite surprised at how mildly well it works. I was expecting it to be a little bit half-baked, but it actually works. And even I'm finding, I just did a little bit of testing, and then I'll figure out what the next course of action is to either do more single player, or maybe we can get a group together and do more multiplayer in the game in Spin Tires. But I'm liking I have the Logitech G27. It has the shifter, the 6-speed shifter and clutch. You can actually use that in Spin Tires, and it actually works. It actually works pretty well, and it kind of makes the game a little bit more of an activity. You got with the clutch and the shifting. It makes it a little bit. It's easier to use than the in-game transmission. If you remember my frustrations with that, I have a lot of frustrations with that game. But yeah, we'll hopefully. I don't want to oversaturate the channel, but we'll hopefully maybe get another series, a continuation of series of Spin Tires videos. There've been a lot of wild wolves in this. I think this is the third pack we've seen this episode, is it not? Is it, Wolfie? Are you keeping track? Oh, there he is. Hello. No, I'm going to, let's actually, hey. All right, maybe not. There we go. Your tail is a little bit. I will feed you in front of the other wolves. He's like, woof, look at that. I get these crazy pork chops shaped like bones. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Here we go, Wolfie. Show off your magnificent hunting skills. Or not. Hey, there we go. Dun 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 dun. Ooh, well done. Well done. Woof. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, alright. Let's answer... Sorry, it's like I'm having a conversation with my notepad here. Let's answer some questions. I've already... Okay, this is the second night. Alright. Answer some questions from donors to Child's Play charity. We have one from Dark Glasses. Are there any other Mindcrackers builds you particularly admire? I think I've answered this many times before. Definitely the arena, B-Dub's arena from season 3, and even Beef. Beef has had his island community of villagers, which he's kind of doing something similar with this current map. He's making Aksai Daisy, the town, where he's trying to populate it with villagers. I think that's kind of his thing. But yeah, he had his jungle theme town, which was really cool, and which we performed our first and only Mindcrack prank on Beef with the gigantic floating block of ice. See, I don't even know if I'll be able to top that, so maybe that'll just be the last prank I ever pull on the Mindcrack folks on the Mindcrack server. But yeah, that was that one I pretty much admire. I don't get so much. I mean, they're impressive, but I don't get so much into the automated redstone contraptions and automated farms and things like people like Doc do. Anders' floating island in season 4, was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a Minecraft builder per se, so the whole I can't say I'm that good of a judge, or I don't have very strong opinions about builds per se. But yeah, there's that question. Let's see, he had another question here. This Dark Glasses individual had another question, so we'll answer that after we sleep here and continue in the morning. And awakeness. And water cows. You guys are stuck. Forever stuck. Let us release them from their watery... There we go. Yeah, they really wanted to get out, didn't they? Yep. Come on out. Come on out, guy. You're free. No? Don't want to come out? I'll put Wolfie on ya. Alright, well, now you have the ability. Yep, there he goes. Oh, and he's back in. Alright, never mind. Enjoy. Enjoy your freedom, cows. Look at us. We're saving animals, walking to the far lands, raising money for Child's Play charity. We're great. We are the great charitable Minecrafters, I suppose. Meh. What else was there? Oh, have you been enjoying Zistos? What? Oh, I lost the question. Oh, single-player adventures in alpha and beta Minecraft. Yeah, Zisto is doing a series where he is playing through the different old versions of the game, and I'm afraid I have not been watching it. It is really difficult for, I suppose you've heard this many times, but as a YouTuber, even to keep track of, heck, my own series, let alone to be consistently watching other series. So I'm afraid I have not been watching his series, but that is, again, like I said, one of the kind of unique properties of Far Lands or Bust is that it is in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and it's a bygone era of Minecraft terrain generation, and it seems like Zisto is kind of has his own ode to the same similar stuff, playing through his old series. I'm not sure what version he's up to. I know he started in alpha, and it was really derpy looking. I think I probably watched the, ooh, look at this cliff face. It's got like trees growing out the side. Oh, even that one. That one doesn't even have a trunk. What is that one even doing? That is a strange tree. It's a shrubbery. Oh, and a cool waterfall. Look at this place. Speaking of the terrain generation. Nice. Very nice, Minecraft. Very nice. Well done. Well done, Notch, who was the one who actually generated this terrain. Oh, there's the trunk. It's kind of hidden. Neat. Very neat. Let's, I wonder if we can get... I just took a Took a picture, took a snapshot. Let's see. That's kind of weird. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the floating face there, but... yeah, Wolfie, maybe you want to come up here? No? Maybe? Yes, 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 yes. Up. And a seat. All right. I'm composing the picture. Oh, that's going to be nice. All right. Bloop. Oh, yeah, look right at the camera. Got some, clouds interacting with the terrain, but that's all right, I guess. All right. Maybe a little bit of a panoramic. Oh, for those of you who wonder what I do with these panoramics, I save them and then don't use them at all. But I use a program called Microsoft Ice, Image Composing Editor or something like that. It's a free program. I think you can still get it. But you can basically, in Minecraft or, you know, any of your actual pictures in real life, you can just throw your series of images in and it will automatically and very reliably stitch them together. But I did that with the last panorama I took. Panoramarama. The Spires of Atlantisness. Oh, okay. The Spires of Atlantisness, and I put that up on my Twitter, KurtJMac, as my header image, the header background image thing. So that's where you can see that panorama. I have posted some, I don't use it that much anymore, but I posted a few older ones on DeviantArt, KurtJMac on there. Just because it's kind of hard to find a good place to put a large image like that, but and then of course I have been taking snapshots because it is one of a digital postcard is something I send along to a selection of folks on my Patreon of a certain support tier. Get a digital email postcard like that from the journey. They get the image, so that's why I've been a little bit of a shutterbug lately, as if taking video of the entire experience isn't enough. Oh, there's another waterfall on this side. Let's check it out. Oh, there's two. Ooh, this whole place is great. Great news. Kind of reminds me a little bit of where the last F3 monument is, the 1479940 monument at the end of Season 4. Kind of maybe. Like I would have come down there and it would have been right there, or actually right where that spire is. Now I've got to check this out. Perhaps it is another ghost, an echo terrain like the Fist of Notch, and then we found like the double Fist of Notch a few hundred episodes later. It was kind of creepy. I mean, I suppose it's completely possible to, even if the terrain generation is random, to come across areas that are ever so slightly similar. Alright, I know we're going backwards here. We're kind of not making too much progress, but we must explore. That is the nature of our journey. It's not only to walk a great distance, but to explore and enjoy this game that we are playing. Oh, this is a neat place. A neat place indeed, but we must continue on. We already took a panorama of the other side. Oh, good thing this wasn't lava. I would have burnt to a crisp. Burnt to a crisp whilst walking to the far lands. That is the death message that it would present. Oh, man. Let's see here. Where are we at? The sun is right there. I don't really, I mean, there are other questions, so if you have donated to Child's Play Charity and asked a question, and I haven't gotten around to asking it, I'm going to ask you a question, and I haven't gotten around to answering it, that doesn't mean I haven't forgotten. I've got like 4 or 5 other questions here. I've just not gotten around to thinking of answers, or they might be longer, you know what, do I have a boat? I do have a boat. Longer form responses. So worry not, my friends. I will get to that eventually. But yes indeed. Ooh, that looks nice from here as well. Well, we're going off course, off course. Everything's so silent. It's kind of weird. It's freaking me out, man. Hey, Wolfie. Wolfie? Uh-oh. Wolfie? Oh, there he is. All right, that was weird. Why did you not spawn suddenly? Yeah, you should not do that in the future. It'll freak me out. For those of you who don't remember, way back in the day, in the late 20s episodes, not the years, not the 1920s, Prohibition. No, the episode 20s, 26, 27, something like that. I did, when they first added wolves, I ended up taming like 4 or 5 wolves, and they were very annoying. They kept pushing me off cliffs, and just a nuisance they were, that wolf pack. I didn't name any of them particularly, and we ended up taking a boat ride, much like this, and they ended up, none of them, not a single one, ended up spawning at the next location. Like, it was just really weird. I mean, I suppose, that is something that happens, is if a wolf doesn't have a place to spawn for a long period of time, the chunk, I suppose, that they were left in will be unloaded, and then the game will forget they existed. So yeah, we lost that entire pack of wolves all at once after a long ocean journey, so I do often worry about a similar situation happening with Wolfie. I don't know that it has ever happened. I don't know that I've ever gotten to a place that he hasn't spawned, because I do kind of consciously try to stick near land to make sure he can pop into existence. But yeah, that is a... I think that I made that into a Far Lands of Bust flashback, have I not? Yeah, I think I did. There have been a few moments where I've accidentally left Wolfie behind, as in, I sat him down to feed him, but then forgot to have him stand back up, and I'm like, do. Hey, wait a minute, where's Wolfie? And then freak out a little bit. Freak out indeed. But enough freaking out. It's time to make the end of the episode hidey hole here. I was gonna continue on that way, but it's kind of far and be dark by the time we get there. So let's make a proper-ish hidey hole here. Oh, that's not at all how you do it, Kurt, but okay. Proper hidey hole. We're gonna be sticking in here for a week. So let's... you know what? Let's make this a luxury 4-star hidey hole. Maybe we can have Wolfie sitting here as well. Oh, we're going to make it a little bit deeper than this, however. It's 4-star, but you'll be constantly hitting your head on the ceiling. There, have a seat. Alright, there we go. And then we have reinforced gobble front facade. Woof indeed. Woof indeed. Oh, well, sort of reinforced cobble. There, let's make the windows out of sand, because that's a thing you gotta do. Alright, let's do that. Let's kind of reinforce the sides. No, that looks wrong. That looks wrong! See? I'm a builder in Minecraft, everybody. A builder. There we go. And then let's give ourselves a sand door. How do you like your new digs, guy? Woof! The Wolfie McWolfington seal of approval has been given to the new digs, and I do appreciate if you keep going to farlandsorbust.com to continue donating to Child's Play charity. In my absence, we will be back next Wednesday with a new episode of Far Lands or Bust. As the music begins to play, let's do that. Let's make a couple boats, or well, maybe one boat here. Let's do that. And... Indeed. And I do really quickly want to say I do appreciate the few people who have remembered January 21st as the day that my pet box turtle of many years, 22 years, passed away last year. So thank you very much for remembering that. And we're doing all right and continuing on here. We do have our companion Wolfie to keep us company in Minecraft, but I do appreciate those thoughts, and I do appreciate sticking around for Far Lands or Bust. Make sure you're subscribed to continue following the journey, and like I said, click that like button. That always helps. It'll be nice to come back in a week to see how much you enjoyed this episode. Right, Wolfie? Sort of, maybe. No. Okay. Wolfie didn't enjoy it too much, but I hope you did. Oh, man. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Everything's so silent. It's kind of weird. It's freaking me out, man.